Happy Tuesday. But anyway, everybody knows my daughter. My daughter Celeste. She's my freshman in college, and on Mondays her job is to come in and clean the toilets, clean the restrooms. But she shared was it your professor or what was it? One of her professors said something interesting to them today. So she goes, Dad, our professor said that, he goes, if anybody's here for business, just leave college, get out. Because nobody's going to teach you business here. You learned that out there in the street. Am I correct? So it was a big eye-opener for her. It was a big eye-opener for her because she's all like, well, that's kind of, so where are they supposed to learn it? And I go, yeah, and he's right. You learn it out here. Because I was telling her, I go, let me give you an example, Celeste. You're in college right now, and she called herself a starving student, right? She goes, I'm a starving student. I go, no. I go, why do you say that? Because I'm making her pay for her own college. She's got to work, and she's budgeting, and she's managing her money, and I want her to do that because I asked her, I go, when you get older and you have kids, what's going to sound better? Daddy paid for everything. He paid for my school. Or I paid for it, son. What's going to sound better? And she goes, well, it's going to sound better. I paid for it. Okay. Get your insurance license. I have ways, for you to market yourself and clean the office. And you're going to pay. I can get a lot of filing done. But the point I'm trying to make, she said, but I go, well, remember when you said I'm a starving student? She goes, yeah. Well, that's his business. The first 4 years, 5 years, man, let me tell you something. I was a starving student. I was a student of entrepreneurship. I was a student, right? So I was starving. Man, things were ugly, okay? So that was my education. Seeing a lot of people come in here and they want, you could have immediate success, but right away it's all like, man, Johnny's so lucky, Ed's so lucky. No, you don't understand. We went through the schooling. Like right now you're going to school, right? You want to be a dentist. Are you getting paid dentist money right now? No. You're starving. You want to be a dentist. Well, that's the same thing in entrepreneurship, and that professor is right. He's right. He goes, man, if you're here for business, you better get out and start up a business because that's where you're going to learn. That's where you're going to really learn business. You're going to be here in school. And a professor's going to tell you about business, has never owned the business, and I don't know, that just kind of doesn't make sense to me. But look, and then during the week she also shared another story because when there was no lunch money in Liddell, what grade were you in? Fifth grade. When there's no lunch money, we live in a country where they don't starve you. They're going to feed your kids, but then they don't get what all the other kids get. They get cheese sandwiches, grilled cheese sandwiches, and they were out of money. And I remember those days where I didn't have money to pay for their lunch. And they would let me know, and I would be like, oh, yeah, I want to go in there and pay it. And then I would act like, oh, Mika, I forgot. And she goes, Dad, I remember, man, I didn't want a cheese sandwich no more. So she dug through her backpack and found enough money to buy herself, lunch for Serena and herself, so they could eat a regular meal. And that's the stuff we go through, guys. So if you're going through something tough right now, you just gotta keep going forward. You gotta get mad. Philip, I just told you, remember the moment, man. Remember this pain, and I remember those pains. And that was something when she told me that, Dad, she collected quarters and stuff, so her and her sister could have a regular lunch with her classmates. But anyway, what? If you're going through a tough time, just keep driving it through, all right? God bless you guys.